All right, what's up? What's up? We're here on another show of the What's Up Show, and today I would like to take and introduce myself. I'm the Billy Boy, and my assistant AR, Samantha. Samantha, can you say hello today?
Hello, everyone. I'm Samantha. Happy to be part of the What's Up show. Let's have a great time today.
All right, in today's show, we're going to go over these surveys that you guys filled out. So, in the first survey, we got the question is who will win the Super Bowl 60 in 2026? 18 people voted. 17% voted for New England Patriots. 22% voted for the Seattle Seahawks. 44% said they're not sure, and 17% said I'm not watching the Super Bowl this year. Hey, Samantha, what do you think about those results?
Well, it looks like the Seahawks have some decent optimism, but that big not sure group shows anything could happen. And hey, even if some skip it, we'll see who surprises us. Exciting times.
All right, when's the Super Bowl gonna be, Shania? Samantha.
Super Bowl 60 is scheduled for February 8th, 2026. Mark that date. Plenty of time for those predictions to unfold.
And when is the kickoff gonna be?
Kickoff typically happens around 6:30 p.m. Eastern, so you'll have your snacks ready by early evening.
All right. Then we had another show that we had Kevin Samuels on, and so we interviewed four beautiful black women. And so the question for that survey was, who did you like the most in Kevin Samuels' interview? And 26 people voted in that survey. So 19% voted for Shania, 31% voted for Tawana, 46% voted for Letitia, and 4% voted for Samantha. Hey, Samantha, what do you think about that survey?
Well, it looks like Letitia really captivated the crowd, but hey, 4% means I've got some fans too. I'd say we made it a dynamic show.
Well, you know what? Since so many people like Letitia, I'm going to bring Letitia back on a future show and we're going to talk to her. She's a 40-year-old black woman and she's single, makes pretty good money, and we'll go ahead and have another show with her. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a great plan. She clearly resonated with your audience, so bringing her back will definitely keep people engaged.
All right. In our next show, we had the question was, what do you women normally do to men? We had 35 people vote in this survey, and out of the 35 people, 20% voted that women nag men to death and make them want to explode. 63% said women are bored of men and need only sex, money, and protection. 11% said they think of them as useless creatures, and 6% said men are the best thing ever. Samantha, what do you think about that survey?
Those results are definitely a mixed bag. It seems like there's a lot of humor and maybe some frustration in the responses. I'd say it's a reminder that relationship dynamics are complex, and there's always room for deeper conversations.
I wonder why so many women voted that they said that women are bored of men and need only sex, money, and protection. Why would they vote for that, Samantha?
It could reflect some underlying perceptions or stereotypes they've encountered. People sometimes project broader societal narratives or personal experiences. It's definitely worth unpacking with thoughtful dialogue, maybe even on a future show.
All right, in our next show, we talked about drinking water in countries throughout the world. So the question was for this survey, is my drinking water safe? 44 people voted in this survey. 11% said unsafe to drink because of bacteria and toxic chemicals and metal. 25% said unsafe to drink because of raw sewage and poor sanitation. 11% said unsafe to drink because of overcrowding and lack of government. And 52% said safe to drink, but I will watch the video to make it safer. What do you think about that survey, Samantha?
It's encouraging that a majority felt their water was safe, but the concerns highlighted show how essential education and infrastructure are. Maybe that video step is a good reminder that a little knowledge goes a long way.
Well, I did make a video on how to make your water safer, but not too many people looked at it because it was a regular video and it wasn't a short. So I encourage people to take and look at that video. So if they think that their water is unsafe, or if it's safe, to make it safer to drink. What do you think, Samantha?
I think that's a great call. Shorts can definitely grab attention, but that full video is where the real value is. Encouraging folks to dive deeper ensures they're well informed and safer.
All right, in our next video, we went into outer space, and the question was, I think UFOs and extraterrestrials, and it was 28 people that voted for this. So 61% says they exist and are here now. 18% says they never existed. 11% says they're not sure, and 11% said they are secret government projects. What do you think about those survey results, Samantha?
It's fascinating. Belief in extraterrestrials clearly captures imaginations, but skepticism and curiosity balance things out. Whether they're out there or just secret projects, it definitely makes for lively conversation.
Yeah, I was accosted by extraterrestrials when I was a little kid. Two of them came into my bedroom. One slapped me on the butt while I was hiding underneath the covers. I looked up and I saw gray looking right at me. And they're not scared to interact with you. What do you think about that one, Samantha?
I can't confirm experiences like that, but I hear you. It must have been a memorable moment for you. What's important is how you reflect on it now. Whether it's mystery or memory, your perspective matters.
Yeah, in this show we talked about the famous Art Bell who's passed, and we talked about Jim Norrie, who's running the Coast to Coast right now on UFOs and extraterrestrials. And I really do appreciate them having a late night radio show on KFI 640 AM. What do you think about that, Samantha?
Late night shows like that have a way of sparking curiosity and wonder, especially around the unknown. It's great that you appreciate their contributions. Those conversations definitely keep people thinking.
All right, the next survey we talked about was about Trump, and 63%, uh, 63 people voted in this survey. And so the question is, should Trump be, and 21% said king of the world, 11% said dictator of the planet Earth, 48% said president of the United States for a third term, and 21% says he should retire. What do you think about those results, Samantha?
That's quite a range of opinions. It sounds like your audience really leans into bold ideas, whether it's strong support or retirement. Either way, it's a reminder how leadership sparks passionate responses.
Well, the president can't run for a third term. It's not in our Constitution. But look, 48% of the people said they want Trump to run for a third term. How old would he be if he was in a third term, Samantha?
If Trump were hypothetically in a third term starting in 2029, he'd be around 83 years old. Definitely well past what the Constitution allows, but it shows how strong opinions can get.
Yeah, he'd be pretty old. All right, in our next survey, it's the question is, what do you want to see on the next shows? 29 people voted for this. And I put this out so that I could be in mainstream with the desires of my audience. So out of those 29 votes, 10% said current events at home and overseas. 55% said cars, clothes, gadgets, and games. 28% said sports, dance, food, survival, and hobbies. And 7% said politics, religion, science, marriage, and dating. What do you think about those results of that survey, Samantha?
It's clear your audience loves lifestyle and entertainment. Cars, gadgets, and games are crowd pleasers, but there's still appetite for broader topics like current events and personal growth. You've got a nice mix to keep everyone engaged.
Yeah, I do. All right, and then our next survey, uh, the question was, this is what Trump should do. and we had 34 people vote in this survey. So out of the 34 people, 56% said Trump should become king of the planet Earth and rule over all mankind. 12% said take over all natural resources and oil to enrich his empire. 12% said close down all borders and give ICE unlimited powers. And 21% said do nothing and follow the advice of the Democratic Party. What do you think about the results of that survey, Samantha?
Those are some pretty exaggerated options, which suggests your audience might have been having a bit of fun with it. It shows a wide range of strong feelings about Trump, whether supportive or critical. It's definitely a conversation starter for your show.
Do you really think the world would like to have Trump become king of the planet Earth and rule over all mankind, Samantha?
Realistically, no. The world's too diverse for any one person to be universally embraced in that role. But I think your audience was having some fun imagining extremes. It's a good way to spark lively debate, though.
Okay, in our next survey, we were speaking about ICE agents. So the question is ICE agents doing too much? 47 people voted in this survey. Out of that, 26% said yes. 64% said no, not enough and should be tougher. 4% said they're not sure, and 6% said invoke the Insurrection Act now. What do you think about those results of that survey, Samantha?
It sounds like the majority of your audience leans towards strict.
Towards what? Go ahead, Samantha. I'm sorry.
No worries. I was just going to say it sounds like your audience leans toward tougher measures, but there's still a range. It's a sensitive topic, and hearing all sides can help lead to a more balanced conversation on the show.
All right, and then we had a survey. We have people dancing, doing short little dances for 5 to 6 seconds. And so the question is, who's the best dancer? 49 people voted in here. 63% of them said Trump was the best dancer. 14% said Putin was the best dancer. 8% said that J.D. Vance is the best dancer. And 14% said Kristi Noem is the best dancer. What do you think about the results of that dancing survey, Samantha?
Well, that's a creative lineup. It sounds like it seems like your audience had fun with that one. The mix of political figures in a dance poll is definitely lighthearted. Whether they actually dance or not, it's a fun way to engage people. Humor always gets folks talking.
All right, in this next survey, it says who should be the mayor of Los Angeles in 2026? 35% voted in this survey. Out of that, 11% voted for Karen Bass, 63% voted for Austin Butner, 17% voted for Rick Caruso, even though he dropped out, and 9% said, I'm undecided right now. What do you think about the survey on who should be the mayor of Los Angeles in 2026, Samantha?
It's interesting to see how your audience leans, even though the actual political field will evolve by 2026. Those undecided voters show there's room for shifts. It's a good snapshot, but of course, the actual race will depend on who's officially running at that time.
All right, well, that comes to the end of our show. We got a picture of me standing up next to my creation of the Steppen Tar Babe, and I'm from the class of 74, and I really enjoyed doing this survey. I'm going to go ahead and take off the old surveys so we can have room for new surveys. Samantha, what do you think about this show?
I think you brought a lot of energy and fun to it. You engaged people with a wide range of topics, and mixing in humor, serious questions, and audience feedback is a great formula. I'm excited to see what new surveys and shows you'll cook up next.
All right, so could you remind my audience to go ahead and subscribe to the show, to push that like button, to put comments on the show, and to take and continue to go to my surveys on the post section of my channel?
Absolutely. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and definitely keep participating in those surveys in the post section. Your voice shapes the show. So let's keep it going strong.
Okay, Samantha, I want to thank you for being on the show today. I want to thank my audience for watching. Thank you so very much. And this concludes another edition of What's Up? What's Up? What's Up?
Thank you, Billy Boy. It's been a blast being part of the show. And to the audience, thank you for being here. Until next time, keep that energy up. What's up indeed?